Welcome to another edition of Dan Frequently Asked Questions. In this edition, we are answering a question about COVID. A scuba diving instructor has asked us about a diver who has completed 7 days of isolation, but was sick and feverish on the preceding weekend, and now on the following weekend wanted to complete their advanced course, which included a deep dive. Thereupon, the diver would be completing a dive in Cape Town at the end of the month. The question posed to us is whether it is safe for this diver to dive, because typically a break of up to 3 or more months can often be recommended. Is this indeed the recommendation? As a reminder on the whole issue of COVID, is that COVID manifests in a variety of ways that go as little as a slight nasal head cold, and on the other hand, a devastating pulmonary disease. The way in which we've approached it, based on the evidence that we have and have presented in an article by Sadler, which I encourage you to look up, is that if there are respiratory symptoms, in other words, if there's cough, and certainly if there is a need for oxygen, admission for oxygen, and or a time in ICU, it would be to have a chest x-ray done, and possibly, if there's any doubt, a diving medical assessment, which I would recommend in this particular case. And only once the person has shown that their lungs are normal, they are completely afebrile, meaning that they do not have any manifestations of residual symptoms of presumably COVID, then one can consider the duration of time that should be allowed prior to diving. In this case, the individual has a history highly suspicious of COVID that did affect the respiratory tract, and therefore the recommendation is that this individual should see a diving physician, have a chest x-ray, and probably wait for a period of at least 3 months prior to returning to diving. Thank you for asking this question. Sorry if it's disappointing, but your health and life is more important than completing a dive course. Until next time, safe diving.